Welcome to my channel. Let's see if you like this, what do you call it, frame better. And I'm doing it with my phone because my iPad ran out of, what do you call it, out of battery. So we'll see if you like this angle better. Okay, this is for Cancer, throat chakra. You saw her like jumped out, so you might be feeling under the weather just like I am, or there's, you know, things that you have to voice. Okay, so you have to rest and rejuvenate, and then recognition and rewards coming. This is 3, 4, and 5, so huge progression in numerology. This is also throat chakra, this is heart chakra, and then this looks sort of like, you know, 3, it's sort of yellowish, so power, right? Maybe your sacral, not your sacral, your solar plexus. All right, so anyway, let's see, let me take one more for whatever reason, and then you have financial and material changes, and then my material and spiritual prosperity. All right, so you probably went and did a pilgrimage or some sort of like what do you call this, meditation. Okay, rest and meditation that actually is very significant to you. All right, and work. Let's see what your rune is for today. This is Cancer. Apologies, you know, I'm feeling under the weather. So this is F, right? So your F is F, I think. Let me excuse me. No, this is A, all right, because it's just a different F. Ansus, Odin, God, ancestors. So ancestors, right? Here are my ancestors. And Odin. So I don't know, you might want to, whoever knows that, if you guys can look it up. I think he was a god, or isn't Odin the one that went to the Odyssey? I don't know, let me check. I barely have battery here. Hold on, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Let's see who Odin is. I'm running out of battery. The Norse god of wisdom, war, death, poetry, and magic, the one-eyed king of the Aesir. However, it can be also referred to a programming language. No. So Odin is widely regarded as the god of the dead and warfare. So Scorpio energy, you might have Scorpio in your chart. In this role, he receives slain warriors. This is really heavy duty. I don't know. Let me see. One eye. What is significant about Odin's one eye? So in the Norse mythology, Odin symbolizes a powerful symbol of relentless pursuit of knowledge and wisdom. So you might be a seer, okay? He sacrificed his eye to drink from the well of Mimir, gaining profound insight and becoming one of the wisest beings in the cosmos. This sacrifice highlights the theme of true wisdom comes at a cost and requires a willingness to give up something of value. So I think you've made a lot of sacrifices to be where you're at in terms of spirituality, and I think you've understood it and understood the assignment. I think you're a seer, and I think you have the gift of throat chakra, right, which is the gift of speaking. I think you're highly regarded and have possibly lots of platforms, more than this being an Instagram deal or social media. This is like scholarly. This is like being a PhD. This is like being a teacher. This is like being a scientist, a STEMs, an entrepreneur, someone that raises the collective, right? Someone that is very scholarly, that is a catedrático in Spanish, so very scholar, like you have a lot of degrees, you've gone and received formal training in your area, you're very knowledgeable, you're very, very smart, okay? And so with that, like you're married, or there's a commitment to that, okay? And I think that's why there's going to be financial material changes to your benefit, material and spiritual prosperity. And I think that the ability to speak, have compassion, and heal hearts, or, you know, loving energy is what's gonna give you this like divine reward, right? It says here recognition and reward. So huge. So that goes along with your rune, right? Which I sort of stated with Odin. And so him giving up and sacrificing. So I think that you've sacrificed a lot, and I think you've given up a lot. I'm so sorry. I think I'm sick. I went to the doctor this morning, and it was a long trip. Like the travel time was like, I don't know, with layovers and stuff. I think it was a full 24 hours. Who knows? This is God also. So divinity, right? So maybe like practicing divinity or being divine or having the gift of divinity. Okay, so I'm going to get your fortune cookie. It's all broken, so I'm just going to try to take it out of here. All right, so something broke open. And then you have here, stay optimistic in January. Good things are coming your way. So it's a while from here to January. But anyway, so, and so you have your lucky numbers 50, 49, 28, 11, 43, 40. Let me get another one. I really intended for this one to be it, that I grab the other one. And so, nothing. That's your message. Let me get another one. Excuse me. Let me see. Not any, meeny, miny, mo. Tell me if you like this view better. I have the light in the back, which isn't very aesthetically pleasing, but maybe it works. I don't know. It's a little different for me because I'm not using my iPad. And so I don't know. What is this? Oh, this is my thing. Okay, let's see another. A lifetime of successful ventures is yours to create. Perfect. And that goes along with spiritual and financial material changes and recognitions and reward. This also has to do with like speaking your truth. All right. And maybe pitching things. 18, 27, 29, 31, 42, and 6. All right. I'm sort of guided to get this one. Let's see what this is. Then you have here, messenger. So some sort of message coming in. All right. You have enemy at the bottom, but I didn't choose that, so I'm not going to tell you that. But maybe you have a lot of, you might have somebody investigating you, and it's going to be through like being served or some sort of shit thing that they're asking for. And then you have here delay. Somebody's running away. They're wanting to stone this person. This is horrible. I think you're going to get away. So you might be targeted, okay, just based on the message and the enemy that I looked here in the bottom. But I think you're going to be able to get away. And I think they're trying to maybe like throw stones at you. What's that saying? Like, you know, they throw stones, but they don't have, but they have a glass house or something like that. I'm sort of not guided to get this one, even though I've been doing these, but I'm not going to do this tarot. I think I'm going to do this one, the Gregory Scott. Alright, so let's see what you get. This is for Cancer. It's weird. High Priestess. Your card is here. B and J might be significant. This is also like prophecy, cleansing. Really cool. You might have some like tattoos in your arm, forearm. Okay, this is elevation. What do you call that when you levitate? So the power of levitation. This is whole, like balance, right? Black and white, yin and yang, shadow and non-shadow. So just really balancing that out. And you're very, very psychic. 5 of Pentacles. Maybe you've been under the weather, some illness, or maybe some sort of lack, or being ostracized and not being taken care of or included in some way. But you are very different. Like these are all boys and this looks like it's a girl. So maybe wanting to be a part of it, but there's just some sort of major boundaries. This can also be like, you know, the detentions that are happening in the United States. Because if you'll see, this is barbed wire. Okay, so this end is like black and the other end isn't, or maybe they're in like some sort of like camp. This is horrible. Let's see. King of Swords, there's going to be some sort of justice happening, okay, something you've waited for. This can also be someone that is an attorney that you're dealing with. Seven of Pentacles is, hold on, give me a minute. So it's patience, hard work, delay, success, waiting. So waiting for things, although she's really picking a fruit here, so the wait is gone. This is also huge, like wisdom, which goes along with your oracles. This is also acquiring like lots of knowledge through reading. This can also be an attorney or government agency or law enforcement that you're connected to or that you will be dealing with, okay? This is a magician, so some sort of manipulation going on. Maybe this person that is persecuting you, all right? They're not going to go anywhere, and their ego is in the way, and they're trying to manipulate things, but I don't think that things are going to go their way. Let me see if I find that. I don't have a little delay. I couldn't find a little book. These little Italian things don't bring books. But it sort of seems like this person is like wanting to like stone her. This is awful. Okay, the Star, lots of healing if you've been unbalanced or have had. This can also be illness if you've been, you know, dealing with illness, whether it be something as much as like hoarse throat or vocal cords, and or possibly something major. You're going to be coming into balance and healing. You might also be, this is very mystical for you, okay, High Priestess and Star. So very, very mystical. These I don't think are yours, even though this is your chart, you know, this is your card chart. So it's sort of stagnation on your part, but I do think that maybe this is another energy, you know, whoever's wanting to stone you, and you probably got served, okay? And so you're going to have to protect yourself. And it looks like you have higher ground and everybody wants to sort of come in and like stone you and go after you, but you're the Empress. So don't worry about it. So whoever this person is, they might be a Leo. Magician, I think, is, let me see. I don't know what sign Magician is. If you all know, let me know. But, let me see, hold on. And what sorts of, like, 12:44 on the clock. Let me see what your Magician is. Mercury is a Magician. 1. So someone very manipulative. Mercury, I think, is communication, if I remember correctly. This person, I guess, clarify the Magician and the Chariot. 9 of Wands, you have boundaries. Having to do with some sort of like injustice, okay? Someone that's not happy, possibly didn't get pregnant, or is an alcoholic, or isn't moving forward, and that didn't get like a bid or some sort of like government agency, or it has to do with religion or structure or hierarchy. This person is horrendous. She has a lot of people involved. She's trying to bring in balance, but they're not going to be able to. They're in really bad energy. This person's going to get poisoned by someone else, whether it be literal or people are going to try to do her in. I think they're going to leave her. So there's a lot of chatter, and their objective is to be independent and get some money, and they see you really well, but they're not going to get it. Okay, and they want to know why you like succeed, but you've done a lot of inner work. Yeah, 3 of Wands, Judgment. They're gonna have like huge bad karma on them. They have a lot of Leo. They're not gonna be happy. They feel like they work a lot, and they feel like whatever it is that they're chasing you and persecuting you, whether it be physical or metaphorically, but also there's some legal ramifications here of this persecution, okay? And it's only going to give you material wealth and prosperity, while these people are going to really get like massive karma. I don't know, there's something I can't decide if these are people that are like egging her on, or she thinks she's like, this person that's after you thinks like they're gonna be very like angelic, or that they're doing some sort of justice and they're all assholes. There's a death to this. There's an ending. This is huge. They're gonna be stuck. All right, this is karma. They're gonna detain, your spirit guides are detaining this person. All right, and they could be a Virgo. They haven't been sleeping. They're very toxic. They're gonna be trapped. It is because of all this like horrendous thing that they're gonna do. Oh my God, this is horrible. Like, this person isn't well. Okay. They might come in for an apology, but I don't see that. They feel like there's a lost opportunity. They are miserable. They have no money, and they're having trouble with their family, and they're struggling financially. Okay, and I don't think that they have anything to eat, so it's that bad. They're going to have a divorce, so they're having trouble with their family as well. They're in reverse for Queen of Pentacles, so that means no money, no stability, no coming in. Page of Swords, they just don't know it. They're going to be losing something significant, and they're going to be like there's an end to their commitment and their relationship and love. So they're going to go through a divorce. Wow. They feel very heartbroken. So this person's very bitter. All right, Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. They're wanting to be entrepreneurship, and they want to have some sort of stability. Two of Wands, they're going back and forth. They might be having an affair, or I don't know, or their lover is gone. They might be kind of like a siren. You know, they're very toxic, the sirens, I guess. Or I don't know what the whole deal is with like the sailors. And since I live in the desert, I don't know stories. But I think that they were very dangerous to the sailors. Like they would, you know, hear like singing, the sirens sing, and so they would follow them, and it's just horrible. They would like crash into rocks, I think, or whatever. This person is going to have a huge tower moment, and somebody's to some degree manipulating her, okay? And it's going to all come down. It's a friend, friendship, sibling, or something. Knight of Pentacles, they're very much manipulating her, and the only one that's going to be doing really bad is going to be her, okay? This is a partnership that they had, whether it be in business. It looks like it's in business, or it could also be in intimate. This person could have worked, these people could have worked with each other, and they had a thing going, okay? But the guy is like, you know, not in his best energy, and I think he might be married. So this person is wanting to come back to old times with this person, okay? So to gain favor, I think that they're going to get information, but they're just going to be backstabbed. This is horrible. So there's a lot of drinking. They're really struggling with money. This is a huge burden for this person and their family. They have lots of anxiety. There's going to be a huge betrayal, all right? And fate is going to have that you're going to win, because this is King of Cups and Eight of Wands. You're going to win. You're going to have victory. So this person isn't them, and that's part of their karma. They're going to, you know, fall more, okay, and be trapped in their thoughts. And you are the Magician, my girl. Yeah, you're going to be very stable. Your entrepreneurship. Yeah, so if this person's trying to cheat and see if she can get to a point of distribution for her, but there isn't going to be a new beginning with them. All right, so have strength and know that you are very much being guided and protected by spirit. Hope this helped, Cancer. Please let me know. This is a very elaborate reading, and that's why I sort of took more insight, but let me know, okay? Love and light.